before I started. So I hope this stream is in English. Because I kind of hit the, I think the Arabic setting. So I hope the text is in Arabic, as I don't speak Arabic. And I don't think any of my viewers do. Not sure. It says the majority of my views come from America and come from the UK. Then again, I speak a bit of French, so people might speak Arabic. Sorry if I assumed. We're going to be reviewing Doctor Who Flux, though. A good episode this week. I'm going to issue out a spoiler warning here because BBC did, so I probably should. I might make the TARDISes on a stream. I'm going to issue out a spoiler warning here. Because, to be honest with you, I kind of want to make all the TARDISes in Doctor Who. So like 1 through 13. I want to do that. So what the oh shit. I forgot I was in the nether before. Oh no. And my controller batteries are low. I've got a select bloody time frame to do this. And I've already made several mistakes. Oh. Right, battery's changed. But yeah, a brilliant episode this week. Stream manager. Hello to viewers, we'll be reviewing Doctor Who Flux. I'm just getting out of the nether. This week's review, I'm not sure when it will go up next week, as the BBC have issued out a spoiler warning and said that they will not be spoiling or talking about anything to do with this week's episode until tomorrow, which could be a pain for me because that would mean one less day that images have been circulated around the internet if people follow through with the little time difference. So it might come out on Tuesday. If not, I'll just have less images. I mean, last week's review was very brief because I felt sick. Also, the inside of here is starting to feel like a TARDIS console, so I might do that down there. Sorry if I'm boring you two viewers. It's not in my intention to do so. Oh, you know what? No, I don't have time to do that. Let's just get over to it. No, dog. I can't be bothered to fix it. I just don't have the time or the willpower to fix it. Myself up. I am considering building the TARDIS consoles from Doctor Who in Minecraft, and then using that as a backdrop. So like maybe was it video? Hide hand, hide HUD. Yeah, there we go. So, we'll get into the spoiler by the way, in case you were waiting to watch it. Right then. So, about 15 minutes ago, Doctor Who Flux Chapter 3 Village of the Angels was aired. Broadcasted, whichever, both are right I think. And that was a brilliant episode. For some reason it just had a bigger suspense factor than most episodes of Doctor Who, because something actually happened to the Doctor for once. And not, oh, by the way, you're God. But that's a story for another time that I will never tell. But we start the episode off with a preview of Claire meeting the Doctor in Liverpool, the Angel at the TARDIS, and I can't remember, it was something to do with Vinda. So we have that, then we don't have the intro straight after that. We cut away to, I want to say 1967, somewhere around that time, and we got Claire, who was the woman from the Halloween apocalypse, I think, that was speaking to, I want to say, Yaz and the Doctor outside the TARDIS before she was zapped away by the Angel. And you got Dr. Jericho, I think it was, like the bomb and Iron Man, doing experiments. And you got Claire Reid sort of saying some information, but the machine doesn't want to believe it. And then she gets possessed by something. And it sort of tells Jericho, you can't be saved, she can't be saved, they can't be saved. And sputters out some demonic stuff. And then just goes, the Angel has the TARDIS. Then the intro plays and we cut to in the TARDIS when the Angel's got control. It's mucking about on the console. So Yaz, the Doctor and Dan are backed into the doorway. And Yaz and Dan are staring at the Angel, and the Doctor reaches in to like the two sides of the door and pulls these wires that look, you know, the same old that you can never connect these wires because it will be bad for humanity, that sort of thing. And you know, she gets in the end Dan and Yaz to blink, leading the Angel towards them, and then I think the wire sent a current. It got rid of all non-organic or organic life in front of the wire, I think, or something like that. And it gets rid of the Angel, the TARDIS, because it hard reboots the TARDIS. So the TARDIS is effectively a sentient computer. And they go out of the TARDIS. The two people ringing the TARDIS's phone, which didn't work for some reason, even though it might have been because the TARDIS was rebooting. I'm going to put it down to that, because as we've seen before, the phone in the front of the TARDIS is indeed functional. But the two people there, you know, the Doctor thinks like, I think it was like 1943 from sniffing the bloke's jacket, and he goes, no, it's 1960, I think 7. And they're trying to report missing, I think, 10-year-old girl called Peggy, who we learn more about later. But the Doctor's sonic is warm, so she's following the signal. Dan and Yaz, I almost said the Dan then. So yeah, Dan and Yaz help the elderly couple try and find Peggy, to which they don't. Dan and Yaz meet an Angel in the fields, and it turns their torches off and zaps them back to 1901. And then the Doctor follows the readings to a house, which turns out to be the house of Dr. or Professor Jericho. And he thought, well, the Doctor thought the readings the Sonic was giving her was coming off of the experiments, but it wasn't. It was Claire. And Claire goes to the bathroom. She feels sick, but then she has angel wings behind her, like the weeping angel stone ones. So she thinks she's hallucinating. The Doctor goes after Claire after seeing some of the drawings she's done of the TARDIS and an angel, after she rips up the angel's image and puts it in a fireplace. That will be important later on. And she goes upstairs, speaks with Claire, and then the angels, after bickering with Jericho, Jericho goes to open the door, and the angels are all outside the door. I am skipping quite a bit there. And, you know, the foolish man looks away. You should never do that. Thinking, oh, they're just statues. It comes right up to his front door. So the doctor shuts the doors, locks them with the sonic, and they're locking all the doors, sort of inside the house. And they're banging at the walls and the doors and the windows, and it's mad. But I am sort of skipping bits and rearranging bits here to like an order I felt relevant, I guess. And we go back to 1901. Claire had said to the doctor, because everyone disappears on the village on the 21st of November, which is then, and she says to the doctor, this has happened before 1901. And where Dan and Yaz have gone, there's no one there. I thought it would have been 1901. It turns out it was. They meet Peggy there as well, who was also sent back to 1901. And they're there trying to figure out what's going on. And they go to the edge of the village. But it turns out you can't go past, because it's just space out there. And it keeps shrinking. And back in 1967, the elderly couple are looking for Peggy. And they get to the same edge of the town, and it's where we find out the name of the town is the exact same. Meaning they are both, yeah, it is 1967. Meaning they're Yaz, Dan and Peggy and the elderly couple are at the same spot 66 years apart. Welcome to Doctor Who. And then the angel is behind the elderly couple, and the elderly man thinks it's a prank, and he goes to sort of carry the statue, and he gets zapped, and then the elderly woman's confused and she's looking around and she gets zapped. Back to 1901, where in the end they sort of, Dan and the gang, the 1901 gang I'll call them, the 1901 gang are sort of walking around and they see an angel, and then the elderly couple appear and they're going to walk in front of the angel, and Dan and Yaz and Peggy are like, no, don't. Dan's going, don't, we won't be able to see the angel. So the elderly bloke and woman go in front of the angel. The angel grabs his jacket, he tries to pull himself free and touches the angel. No one survives the angel twice. He crumbles. Same as the elderly woman. They crumble to dust. And we later on find out they aren't gonna kill Yaz, Dan and Peggy, because they want to leave survivors to tell the story. What cruel people. And you know, the 1901 gang go to a field and they see like a time barrier where there's an elderly woman from 1967 who is stood there and is talking to Peggy, and seems to like Sally Sparrow's there, knows all the answers and that, and then goes, I know this because I'm Peggy. 66 years later. Oh. So they never escape, as she tells them. And I'll leave that there. Because back with the doctor, the angels get in the house after the doctor has pulled loads of amounts of crap out of her pockets to find things like a camera, straps it to the stairway so she can see the angels from a TV monitor that Jericho has put in his basement. Now, Claire cries dust, and doesn't think any of it, and then she clocks on later on she's an angel. Because Jericho and the Doctor are trying to figure out what the angels could want. And that's where Claire reveals what happens and goes, "It's me, I'm an angel." And the image of the weeping angel the Doctor ripped up and put in the fireplace earlier on stitches itself back together and becomes an angel. So the Doctor just picks the sheet of paper up, scrumbles it up and throws it in the fireplace again. And sets it on fire, creating a weeping angel of fire. She then drowns it with water, putting out the fire and the paper. But the Doctor goes into Claire's mind whilst they're hooked up to Jericho's brainwave measurer. And, Jericho's looking at the monitor, TV screen rather, and a load of the angels disappear. And one of them stares directly at the camera, walks up to it, and is talking to Jericho with Jericho's voice. Much like they did in that 11th Doctor episode, it was Forest of the Angels, where they're using one of the soldiers' voices to talk and guilt trip the Doctor. But yeah, they're trying to get in the basement. The Doctor is still in Claire's mind talking to the other angel, which deliberately brought the Doctor to 1967 to help it, because the Division is hunting it as its ex-division. Now the Division are the people from the Doctor's time journey from last episode. Or was it the episode? No, last episode. And the angel tells the Doctor it has all the secrets that she wants. So she's going to keep the angel safe to get it out of Claire. Now, the angels get into the basement and they're talking to Jericho with Jericho's voice. And they keep turning the lights out. So the Doctor notices there's a secret passageway out of a Doctor's basement. And she hits the wall with a sledgehammer to get through and goes to the tunnel. And they're going through the tunnel. The Doctor last, staring backwards, and Jericho and Claire looking forwards. Now they're going through the tunnel. They get in another room, lock the door. The angels get through that door. So the Doctor's looking at them, and it turns out Doctor Who goes all Attack on Titan with us because, like the plotline in Attack on Titan, that the walls are made of titans, the wall of this tunnel is made of weeping angels. So they all start reaching out. Now there's one at the end of the tunnel. The doctor is staring at the ones behind. Claire gets past and Jericho gets touched by the angel, sending him back to 1901. In the field with the 1901 gang, which is where the tunnel is. But the doctor is going to race the weeping angel out of the passageway. And she turns around, she gets to the edge of the passageway, and she stood there for a few seconds. Confused, looks back, the angels haven't moved. And she blinks and they don't move. She goes up the tunnel, and she's like, good news. The angels aren't moving, and the angels have Claire. And you know, the Claire's angel in her head is talking to the other angels. And, you know, Claire says, that because all the angels are division, and it's revealed there that the division uses everyone and everything in every moment. And, you know, Claire's like, the division aren't going to take the angel in me. The doctor's confused. And, you know, it's like, the angels will wait for you to try and figure out what's going on with your friends. They will all wait, they find it amusing. And you know, the doctor's talking to the 1901 gang, trying to figure out what's going on. I think it was temporal extraction. And yeah, that's happening. Yeah, they're communicating. And the angels, they're not taking Claire's angel. Because the angels are going to take something better. They're going to take the doctor to the division. So, what's the cliffhanger of the episode? The doctor becomes an angel. The doctor is now a weeping angel. The 1901 gang are stuck in 1901. And the TARDIS is still dying. And we have another little storyline of the woman that I compared to Sadie's story from ODST. She's still trying to find Vinda. Oh, I've stepped backward. And she goes to this planet that is one of the, I think it's the only planet that survived the flux. And it's where the humans go. And this is why I think the Swarm are related to the Doctor's people. This gives me more evidence. And the bloke who plays, I think it was Neil in The In-Betweeners, is talking to her. He's like, oh, this is where the humans go. Our saviour is going to arrive. They take some of us to safety. So it means we now have 2 of the 4 In-Betweeners in Doctor Who. That's cool. We've got Jay and Neil. And you know, they go to the area, and when he said saviour and taking humans to safety, I got what was the episode? End of the World? No. It's one of the 10th Doctor episodes from series 3. Utopia. I got serious Utopia vibes. Because in Utopia, there's a bloke who's working out a way to get all the humans to Utopia. And it turns out the person who's getting all the humans there is the Master. And all the humans in the Village of the Angels are waiting for their saviour to take them to salvation. There's the parallel. It turns out it's the female swarm, and the salvation is the passenger form. Not really salvation, that is it? It's a prison. So the woman's taking. We'll call him Neil because that's what he's calling him to. I can't remember his name. And yeah, they both duck down, and the embrace form or something like that. There's like a wave of energy that hits all the humans and takes them in the passenger form. They duck down so it goes over them and doesn't get them. And the female swarm's like, oh, you'll come next time. Help the other humans when they get here. And Neil's pissed that he's just missed his chance to salvation. And, you know, she's explaining that's a passenger form, it's an endless prison, and they go their separate ways. Neil's on a campfire, and Vinda approaches him, asking if he's seen the woman, which at the start of the little segment with the woman, she's asking if he's seen Vinda, and he says yes. You know, and disappears, after saying she's just left. And it turns out she pre-recorded a message and left it in the wall, and Vinda plays it. And it turns out, conveniently, the message cuts off before she can say her coordinates. But Vinda still says, I'm coming. So Vinda is still going to find her with no coordinates. What a chad. And that's where the bit with Vinda talking to him happened mid-credits. Like, the credits had ended after the Doctor became an angel, but it was missing, like, the bass. I can't put the bit of music in unless I can. If it's been put up on YouTube, the outro, I'll link them in the description. Try and listen to them both if it's linked. You'll see what I mean. There's like a bass in the 13th Doctor's outro that accompanies the other notes. Now it was just the higher pitch notes, and then it cuts halfway through to Vinda's quest, and then back to it. Which I think they did that because the Doctor's an angel. No, that might be why. I think I missed a couple bits out, but hey, these are brief reviews. Now, overall, I would give this episode a 3.9 out of 5. Like this was good. Everything else has got a 3.5. And this has got a 3.9 purely because it has created suspense by basically temporarily killing the Doctor. Now I know the Doctor doesn't regenerate to another, I think, like 4 or 5 outings. There's 3 episodes left of this special, and there's probably the New Year special, a couple more, and the BBC announced that the Doctor will regenerate in the Centauri special, which I think is out on, I want to say, the 100th anniversary of the BBC, which means 13 is regenerating before the 60th of Doctor Who. Where will this lead this? I'm not sure. I have another thing to mention, that I've seen some people asking for the Doctor to degenerate into the 10th Doctor again. Now, first, like before 13 existed, I was hoping for that, because I like 10 as a Doctor. It's my favourite Doctor. But I now see that would kind of be weird in many ways, and it would cost the BBC a bit more money, so I don't think they would. Because, hear me out, well, yeah, it would be cool to have 10 as a main Doctor again, not just for the specials, because he's probably back for the 60th. But if they bring back 10 as the main Doctor, people will then complain, because there would be no Rose, because she's on parallel Earth with the Meta Doctor. Donna can't see the Doctor because her mind will burn. Martha's whereabouts are unknown because she was with UNIT, which is now shut down. And Captain Jack's God knows where. There's rumoured to be another series of Torchwood. Don't know if that's true, but if that is, he's with them. So plus the BBC, I think, have only got one 10th Doctor costume, and that's in storage with all the other costumes for the Doctor Who exhibition. Because all the 10th Doctor costumes that were there were sort of torn for the End of Time Part 2 when he regenerated, because the suit got torn by glass. And the 11th Hour, because then the 11th Doctor was in that suit, that was also torn. So the suit that was used in the 50th was the suit they gave David Tennant at the end of shooting. So they would have to remake props, and I can't see the BBC doing that. Well, I'm sure fans would love it, and Russell T Davies would probably love to write for the 10th Doctor again. It would be weird, because then it would mean the 10th Doctor has had 3 regenerations, because he's regenerated twice technically. End of Time and Journey's End. You know, it'd be weird. But hey, maybe they'll do what they did for the 50th and unveil the next Doctor in the special, because they did that with 12. Well, they might do that in the 60th. But hey, I heard a rumour that the 60th is going to be celebrating New Who, which probably could be done with, because there's only really New Who being celebrated in the 50th. Well, minus sort of the 4th Doctor being the curator, but hey. I think next episode the Doctor's going to be doing some stuff with the Division, and we're going to get a lot, maybe, of secrets starting to weave together. I mean, to be honest, if they gave explanation for the whole Timeless Child arc and the Doctor having partial regenerations, that would be nice. But at the same time, the first form we've seen the Doctor with the Division was 13. So if you're gonna say she was 13, had all these other forms, and then back to 13, it's gonna be weird. Which would then also fuel the degeneration thing, and would make the 13th Doctor, who is really technically the 15th Doctor, because the War Doctor and 10th Doctor having 2 regenerations, not including Rowan Atkinson's and I think Peter Cushing's Doctors, and the Sharda Doctor. You know, we could go on for a while, but there's been many spin-offs. But, you know, it would make the 13, technically the 15th, and also technically probably the 19th. It would be nice to have an explanation for the fugitive Doctor and all that, but I don't think it lies with the Division. Although it would explain clarity of why the fugitive Doctor was being hunted, but it would muck other things up, I think, unless done well, which so far this series has been done well. But I still think the Swarm are the Doctor's people. I feel like that slight parallel Utopia has just given me more evidence to think that. Oh boy, it's going to be really weird if I'm wrong, and I've just said that for like 3 videos straight. And it turns out it's not, it's just some random race that hates the Doctor's guts anyway. But hey, I guess we'll have to find out. If you watched... Oh wait, no, hang on. What's the wrong channel's outro? Thanks for watching this review of Doctor Who Flux Chapter 3 Village of the Angels. I haven't said anything about the next time because there was a lot happening on the next time. I didn't sort of think about that. But next time, I think, is called Survivors of the Flux. So that could be interesting. If you want to have a look at any of my other socials, they will be linked in the description. So other channels or other social medias. If you want to leave an alternative opinion to this episode, feel free to comment it or message me it on any of the socials linked in the description. Join me next time for my review of Doctor Who Flux Chapter 4, unless anything comes up that's random, like the review of Halo Infinite's multiplayer 4 days in, which sort of popped up out of nowhere after Chapter 2's review was recorded, which is why it wasn't mentioned in there. But yeah, thanks for watching. Until next time, don't have a good day, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next review. Bye. Okay, Twitch. If you watch live on Twitch, thanks for doing that. I am considering making the Doctor Who TARDIS consoles on Minecraft and doing that on stream. So I will put that to an Instagram poll and let you know the results of that whenever. I mean, I don't know when I would start, to be honest with you, because it probably wouldn't be a one and done, and I'd probably do it over the course of a month, and then make them time-lapse videos on my main channel, and then I would use them as a backdrop in these reviews. Of course, when it's not a Doctor Who review, then I'm kind of done for, really, aren't I? Yeah, if you've watched this live on Twitch, thanks. If you've watched on Stream Archive, thanks for doing that. Later on, I have the video of yesterday's stream with the audio near enough synced up. It might be a second or two out. Sorry if it is. I've tried my best. It was sort of 12 o'clock at night. I did want to sleep. Until next time, don't have keep making the impossible possible. Don't have a good day, have a great day. I'll see you in the next stream, which might be tomorrow, where I might stream some more Halo Infinite, or I might finally stream these Overwatch challenges that needs to be done. It depends on what happens tomorrow, because the rumour going round is the Tenrai event, which is where you get the samurai armour in Halo Infinite, is going to take place. See you in the next stream. Bye.